Hey guys, this is video number 2 of 3 parts that I recorded where my mic wasn't fully plugged in, so it didn't record my audio. So this is going to be 2 out of 3 of post-battle commentary. So let's get into it. It's not doing much here. You can sort of see already what my team is looking like with the Rotom, Mandibuzz, Latias, Zamazenta, Scizor, and Ursaluna. I was aiming for a bit more of a bulkier style team this time. So it's the Rotom with the leftovers, Mandibuzz with the Rocky Helmet, Latias actually did some pretty decent work. Zamazenta, Scizor, and Ursaluna are pretty standard for the most part. I just kind of felt like, change up the pace with what I was doing with previous battles. So in this battle, I was most definitely scared of the Garganacl. That thing usually ends me in almost any battle I'm up against it. So I forget who I led with. I led with Latias. It uses Fake Out this turn, which is a pretty average Iron Hands move. So I just went for the Alluring Voice. Went for it again. And I got really lucky because he sent in his Dark type. Pretty sure I just switched here. Yeah, went for the foul play. That was definitely the best move, as that Dragapult didn't stand a chance. Then in came the one that I was actually scared about. So I went to Ursaluna. It threw up Stealth Rocks. And I was trying to be a bit set-uppy with this, so I went with the bulk up to start. He went to Goldengo. I Ice Punch to get rid of the balloon, and then I'm pretty sure I selected Earthquake. I'm pretty sure it gets finished off with... Oh, I switched. So I sacrificed my Scizor. Realistically, I probably should have just kept in the Ursaluna. I don't really know. But what's done is done. Hindsight's 20/20. I just went for the crunch at this point. Oh yes, and as a side thing, after I get 20 different teams built, the 21st episode, I will be adding in a new sort of gimmick to these sort of episodes. I am taking inspiration from other YouTubers like Shady Penguin and United Gamer with this sort of idea. That Meteor Beam kind of confused me. I did not think it was going to knock out Latias as hard as it did. Especially because Glimora normally runs Focus Sash. So I just kind of went for it. But back to the whole idea that I'm borrowing. So I'm basically going to take one of my dice. I have a few different sets of dice. And I'm going to start using the die, D20 specifically, to choose what team I should use. So I'll have 20 teams built. whether it's because I felt like being a lazy team builder or if I felt like actually making one, I'll have 20 total teams. And I'll use the D20. I'll record at the start of every episode. I'll record rolling it. And whatever the die rolls on is the team I'll have to use for that episode. So if it lands on team 6, even if it's a bad team, I'm still going to be using it. And then I have ideas for other dice in the same range, like using a D4 on a specific, like rolling a D6 to select a Pokemon, and then using a D4 to use that Pokemon for, like, to randomize what move I use or something. I don't know. It's still in the works of being actually figured out. Let's see. I won that battle. Zamazenta finished it. It was pretty clutch. I don't mind it. This team, I was pretty scared of it because it looked like it had quite a bit of synergy that my team does not have. I went for the knockoff here. I completely forget if he switched or not. He did not switch. Right, I got confused because of that lagging tail. The lagging tail threw me off. I'm assuming it was probably a trick set, and that the lagging tail was meant to be tricked onto whatever Pokemon I had to make it. Oh yes, he tried to upper hand me, but because I didn't go bullet punch, he forfeit. That was always fun. I like it when that happens. Let's see. The guy said, good luck, have fun. And I guess he was pretty interested in my Mandibuzz. I guess Mandibuzz isn't really used all that often with battles nowadays in OU. It's pretty good Mon, so I don't know why it isn't, but he went to Iron Moth. I use this as my perfect chance to do Terra Water. Although he didn't use a fire move, so I was kind of sad. Because now I couldn't stay in with the Rillaboom. But instead, I got to use the Mandibuzz. Barely lived that. And that Rillaboom hit like half health before I even needed to attack. So, knowing he was going to priority, I switched into Rotom here. Let's see. So that Greninja got really lucky with 5 hits of the Water Shuriken. So I switched into Zama here. I think it was because I figured he was going to switch into Gliscor. I body pressed, immediately knocked out the Greninja. And the guy forfeited. I guess he couldn't find a way to beat it. So I gave him the good old GG's, and Then we went for another battle. This battle, it's the second battle where I ran into a Screamtail. I don't normally run into those. I completely forgot what its moveset's even like. That Landorus threw me off a little. I didn't realize its item until later on in the battle, and by then it was too late. Now, Screamtail, I have no idea what its. I had no idea what its movesets even is. So it calm-minded. I was going for the knockoff, and I didn't realize it had flamethrower. So that was error number 1 that I made in this battle. Error 2 was my Ursaluna play. I should have just went for Earthquake to start, because now I don't get the Ursaluna for that long. I should have done Earthquake into the Facade. Maybe, or I don't know. Maybe I could have kept Ursaluna alive a bit longer, especially to face that Goodra. Then misplay number however many right here. I kept Zamazenta in on Skeledirge, which then got me burned. As I'm sure you can tell already with this battle, it is not being really nice. It's between my own really bad misplays, noticing Oko Porygon again from the previous video is still watching my battles, to just kind of scuffing this battle in large proportions. I really had no idea what to do because I couldn't body press because of the Skeledirge. I can't really crunch because I'm burned and that's not going to do damage. I don't have a water type move on the Rotom, so I can't even use that fully. So, needless to say, I was not having a good time with this battle. Realistically, I probably could have forfeit around this point, knowing I wasn't going to win, but I don't like to just forfeit unless it's a really obvious I'm not going to win. In the very least, in this case, there was still at least a partial chance of me being able to win, be it through his misplays or something. I just kept roosting up here for the next couple turns, hoping he would get a para. I just went for the Volt Switch to avoid the speed loss. Went into Latias. Pretty sure this is when I realized... Yeah, that was when I realized that it was a Scarf Landorus. You could tell from my face when that happened. It's like the gears finally clicked together at that point. So this is when I was realizing how bad the Landorus was messing me up. Then it has its skill link, Jinchino, and that just finished me off. I was debating between using Body Press or Crunch because it did Terra to water. And then I went for Iron Defense. I really should have just went for the attack. But I didn't. So and that was that battle being all well and done. I messed up pretty heavily with that. I gave them the GGs because that was mostly my BIS plays that he was taking advantage of. And with that being said, I'll just see you guys in the next video. Next video it will be episode 18 with some new teams. Peace.